So the design principle of the Executive Series is it's modular. So you can build a frame, you can build a bridge, you can build a Z-axis, you can build a control box, you can even assemble the cable loom, and all of these processes can happen in parallel. So it allows the guys to focus in each particular sub-assembly. So each assembly can be made to a certified level of tolerance, and then each sub-assembly can be put together into the main skeleton. Quite often you'll see machines are all intertwined, so you have to put one thing together to make another thing, and you end up having to build a whole system from scratch before you can start to assess how accurate it is. So the modularity is a big win for parallel processing in the assembly and building of the machine. Within those assemblies, all of the components are as simple as possible. So it's 2.5 dimensioned components, it's off-the-shelf components, it's all standard components, standard bolts, standard threads, all designed to be as accessible and serviceable as possible. So each aspect of each sub-assembly has been thought about in some way to empower both the assembly process, to simplify the procurement, to minimize the part count, and to maximize the serviceability in the field, and also to maximize the tunability of the machine. So another common mistake is a machine is built and then it needs some level of adjustment, either squareness, tracking, linear tracking, and there's no way to fix it. So we've always been focused on ensuring that once the machine is built, every aspect of the machine's alignment can then be further optimized and tweaked through to a final sign-off. The other thing that now is becoming really prevalent, with especially around procurement management and the overall stability of the supply chain, is the supply chain. So the chip crisis, the commodity crisis. All of our build philosophies are what we call OEM agnostic. If there is an issue with a component, a safety relay, a power supply, a drive system, a cable set, it's not a big deal for us to shift. So we can quite easily react to supply chain challenges because of our focus on standard off-the-shelf products. So a safety relay can be a safety relay from any big name brand. As long as it's certified, we can integrate. So we're very dynamic in that, yes, we like to stick to a standard part, we like not to change, but we also have the fundamental understanding that makes us very dynamic if there is a supply chain problem with any particular one of the components. Another big technological focus is our system is what's called one-to-one. So if there is a sensor or a drive system in the machine, it's connected back to the control box on a single channel. So if any particular one of the motion control, the sensing control, the sensor systems fails or has an issue, or a client breaks a component, it's very easy for us to quickly diagnose exactly what it is. Quite often you'll see situations where you have 5, 6 or 7 functions coming into one connector, and if one of those 7 goes wrong, you have no way to delineate which one is causing the problem. So our philosophy is you have one-to-one. You have a function in the machine, it comes back to the control box, and it is a one-to-one plug into the control box. So we have very quick and efficient what I call field debug. So if there is an issue, straight away we can see either in the controller feedback, in the controller itself through a feedback from the client, or an LED in the machine, straight away what's wrong, or what's gone wrong, or what may be wrong. So in the unlikely event we do have an issue, which is extremely rare, already when we go to the customer or when the customer needs help, we know exactly what's wrong before we get there or before the component gets there. So we know that we can minimize any machine downtime.